I'm the Hooded Lid and welcome to my channel. I did not just wake up, but pretty close. It's pretty early and I'm here early because I want to take a look at sunscreens. I'm really kind of pleased. The last few videos I did on sunscreens got some views, not straight out of the gate, but eventually, which implies that people are showing more interest in sunscreen, which warms my heart so much. It's so important. It's your #1 anti-aging ingredient. Today I'm kind of going to do a head-to-head, totally unplanned that way, but I realize there's some similarities between these two products, and what won't work for one person might work for another person. I've used each of these once, and I'm going to do half and half. And these are the two products. So we have Hydro Boost from Neutrogena, which is an SPF 30. And then we have Biore Aqua Rich Watery Essence, and this is a Japanese product. And this is an American product. This you have to get on Yes Style, this you have to get at the drugstore. There's not much in this when you compare it to this. This is listed at 29 or something, but it's usually 12, and this, I don't know, probably 15. It's been a long time. I bought both of these based on recommendations from YouTube. I don't remember who recommended them. This one I had for more than a year. And I'm here to tell you, I put it on my face and it stung, and I thought, okay, well that's not going to work. Unfortunately, I bought it at Target and they don't take returns. So I've had it ever since. And this I just got a couple of days ago when I ordered usual sunscreens on Yes Style, and I always like to put in something new, and that was my new. They're calling this a water gel lotion. It should be noted, whether it's a moisturizer or a sunscreen, when the word gel is in there, you can be pretty certain there's alcohol in there. And I'm not too thrilled to have alcohol in my skincare products. The first two ingredients are water and glycerin. That's good. Glycerin is a humectant. It's a wonderful. The next ingredient is, and I'm not a scientist, disopropyl adaptate, which is a lubricant. Then we have caprylyl methicone, which is a volatile silicone, which means it doesn't absorb into the skin, it doesn't even lay on the skin, it dissipates. And then alcohol to mat. Yay. And then later on, it's just dimethicones and silicones, and unfortunately, fragrance. And let me tell you something. I hate the way this smells. I can't figure out what it is. It's fruit. At first I thought maybe it's watermelon, and I thought maybe it's pineapple. I don't know. It's probably a mix of kind of, air quotes, tropical fruits. It's bad. I don't like the way this smells. Don't make me smell like a fruit salad. I don't like it. I thought what we do is half and half. So this is what's going on here. It looks a little runny. It looks almost like a cream, and then it just kind of reveals itself to be a gel. It does not leave a white cast because this is not a mineral sunscreen, and nor is this one. And this kind of does the same thing. So they look the same. It's like, oh, it's a liquid, but no, it's a cream. And this one doesn't smell, well, it smells like alcohol. And the reason this smells like alcohol is because there's alcohol in it. It's the second ingredient. So water, ethanol, and tons of dimethicones and cross polymers, blah, 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 blah. About halfway through, there's glycerin, and at the end, there's royal jelly and hyaluronic acid. So there's some good things in here. It's just midway and at the bottom. Alcohol's high up in this one, alcohol's high up on this one. This one smells like a fruit salad. So I'm going to do half and half. All my skincare is on. And as I said, I've tried both of these before, and I really had a problem with the Neutrogena. It just stung my face right out of the gate. And this I didn't have that problem with. And then we'll put on makeup and see how it works with makeup. And I am getting a little bit of stinging. The things I do for you guys. And the stinging has subsided. It was just a little bit right here. Don't know why, no problem. I can feel it drying, so notable. I'm probably getting some transepidermal evaporation at the same time. And now the Hydro Boost. This one I'm kind of afraid of. I really dislike the scent. There's a little more color straight out of the gate on this one, and it's a little less viscous. And I already did my chest. Now on the hands, it feels fine. Both of them feel fine, even though I know there's a good measure of alcohol in both of these. Both of these have a little bit something good, a lot of something bad. And this one, it didn't sting, which is interesting. Because the reason I ever wore it again was it did sting the first time. And this feels a little bit thicker than this one. So this one really kind of disappeared and I could feel it evaporating. I'm beginning to feel this evaporate now. And generally speaking, I like to wait 15 minutes before I put on my makeup over my sunscreen just to give it time to absorb. And I'm going to do that here. So I'll come back in 15 minutes and we'll take a look, we'll put on the foundation, and we'll talk about the actives in each of these. So I've let this hang on for about 10 minutes. It's getting warm again. So we definitely want to put on some foundation before my face melts off and see how that works. But I just want to go over a couple of things. So these have two different names, but they're basically the same product as far as the consistency goes. This is a SPF 50 plus 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 plus. The pluses are for UVA protection. That's the maximum amount you can get. Made in Japan. It's a Japanese product. This is only SPF 30. So for me, this is what you'd wear on a rainy day or if you're absolutely going to be inside. But for me, 30 isn't quite enough. So let's talk about the actives. The Neutrogena has avobenzene, homosalate, octasalate, and octocrylene. These are not photostable. They usually have to be, you have to use one with something else to help stabilize it, and after half an hour you lose a lot of the efficacy of the SPF. They're just, American sunscreens are not that great. They'll do in a pinch. I mean, yeah. If your choices are don't wear anything or wear something with these kind of ingredients, of course this is better. But the things coming from the European market and the Asian market have next generation chemicals that are far more stable. So the Biore has, it does have octinoxate, which is interesting, but it also has Uvinol T150, which is a UVB, Uvinol A+, which is a UVA, and Tinosorb S. And again, this is 50 plus 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 plus. As far as coverage goes, and efficacy and longevity, this one is already beating out this one. Something that you need to take into consideration. All right, let's put on some makeup. Because these have a lot of dimethicones, I'm not going to use the Bite. The Bite, I love the way it looks, but sometimes it is really, really fussy with sunscreen, so I'm not going to take that chance. I bought these like a year ago, or maybe longer. And I had bought another foundation at the same time. These were sale foundations. And I fell in love with the other one and never used these that much. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And this is the Lancome Skin Feels Good. My biggest complaint with this is the color range. So this is super yellow. I'll just show you. I don't know. I think that's super yellow, but So I also got this one, which is darker and has a pink undertone, and I thought I'd, put them together and finally get something good, but not really, which is why I still have it. What I do love about this, though, so I'm just going to make a concoction, you guys. What I love about this is what it feels like on the skin. So I'm just going to mix them together. It just feels absolutely watery on your fingers when I'm mixing those two colors together. But if you apply to the skin, instead of mixing two colors, you get that feeling right away, like, ooh, what's going on? What is going on? It is scented, but it doesn't smell like fruit salad, so I'm okay with it. And it just has such an interesting, cooling sensation, really light on the skin. And I like it. I just have a problem with the color, which is unusual because Lancome, actually, I mean, I haven't been to a regular department store in a long time, but the last time I went, I remember being so impressed with the colors that Lancome has and the undertones. Whereas Estee Lauder, you know, I've wanted to try the double wear, and so many people love it, and they don't make a color that works for me. We do have to work on this because I can see my fingertips in it, for instance. But I don't think that's a function of the sunscreen. I think it's the function of the foundation. It doesn't have great coverage. It's more like a no makeup-y look, almost. I think what I'm going to do is get my beauty blender damp and just kind of pat over this to get rid of things that aren't blending in, and I'll be right back. In the bathroom, this color looked pretty decent, but I just want to get around the hairline and just go over really lightly. Make sure I'm blended. It's a little iffy around the nose. All right, really no problem. I think the blending issue was really more a function of the foundation than it was of this. I think if I used the Bite, I might have had a different issue. There are a lot of dimethicones in both of these, so you need to consider that when you're thinking about what foundation you want to use when you're using them. They both feel incredibly lightweight and they feel hydrating. I just question how hydrating can you be when your second to fifth ingredient is alcohol. And the good news is, despite the alcohol in both of these, I didn't get continuous stinging. The first time I tried this one, it was Sting City and I wanted to take it back. The first time I tried this one, I didn't have a problem, but I did feel a little stinging right around here for a few minutes. I don't love the alcohol, but it does feel lightweight. It doesn't feel sticky. You saw the face beforehand. You can wear this without foundation, and you can put foundation on top of it. So it checks those boxes. Better sunscreen protectors, smack myself in the face, are in this one. Yeah. I just, personally, I don't really see why buy American when it's so easy and so accessible now to buy things from Asia. Yes, Europe uses the same sunscreen actives as Asia, but Europe is more on par with the United States in cost. There's another thing about the Asian sunscreens is I believe that they price them more democratically because they know every single woman, and I don't know if men wear it or not, but they know every single woman is going to be buying it. This is as part of their everyday life as soap. Where in Europe and the United States, I think sunscreen is thought of as a luxury item, so they charge you a lot more for it. That's just my thoughts. These ingredients are superior to these ingredients as far as sunscreen protection. This is higher sunscreen protection, 50, this is 30. This smells like alcohol. This smells like pineapple and fruit salad. And there you go, you guys. Look, it wasn't a total disaster like the CeraVe that I tried on. I think for me, I'll be using it on my chest. Now, worth noting, yesterday I put some of this on my arms because I'm like, nah, I don't really want to put this on my face. And I've noticed if you're not really exfoliated well, not when you're putting it on, but a little bit later, let's say some bug bites you and you do this, your skin will kind of rub off. And I imagine it would be the same case, the skin on your face. And just now, I put some on my chest and I just kind of did this and I'm like, oh, some skin is kind of rolling off here. So you need to be, I think, pretty exfoliated for this. Just something, maybe it's just me. But yeah, I put some sunscreen on my chest before we even started and I'm feeling a little grainy. All right, you guys, that's going to wrap it up for me. It's hard to do this when I first wake up because my mind's a jungle. My mind's a jungle. That's what I mean. A jumble. And I feel like my tongue is really big, so I can't form words. But there we go. I hope it's helpful to you. And I hope you come back again. And I want you to be safe and smart. And I'm wishing you good health.